Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are gonna make some delicious Brazilian pão de queijo. If you watched my previous video where I made this interesting, complicated hair satin wrap, you notice that I said that the next video today we will be making this delicious Brazilian recipe. So Americans know this recipe as simply Brazilian cheese balls, even though I think the translation would be more like a Brazilian cheese bread, so we call pão de queijo, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to make it. I have all the ingredients in front of me, and I'm gonna tell you guys all the measurements in milliliters. I believe that's how you say it. I always say it wrong. And grams. Two of those ingredients you can find in the Brazilian grocery store. So if you have any Brazilian grocery store close in your area, or even if you don't, those ingredients can be found in the Brazilian grocery store online. I have a few there, so you can search just on Google. Okay, so now I have all the ingredients laid in front of me, and I'm gonna tell you specific with the measurements in grams and milliliters. I think I'm saying that right. So the first ingredient would be 500 grams of this sour cassava starch. Some people use the sweet one, but I'm gonna use the sour this time. We have 350 grams of this cured cheese. Some people substitute it with mozzarella, and you also can put a very little bit of parmesan for a little kick, but I'm gonna use the traditional one, which is this cured cheese, 350 grams of it. Also, we have 3 eggs. The eggs, we might not use all 3, depends on the size of it, but I'll show you the consistency when we start mixing everything. We have 150 milliliters of vegetable oil, 150 milliliters of whole milk, and 150 milliliters of water. So the first step, of course, is to preheat your oven in a 350 Fahrenheit degree, but my oven is extremely loud, so I'm gonna leave to do that after when I'm done mixing everything, and then I come back with the results for you guys. So first thing you have to do, I have the setup behind me on my stove, which is bring to boil your oil, milk, and water. So let's go do that. Now we have our oil, milk, and water boiled. So we're gonna put everything here. With a wooden spoon, you're gonna mix everything. You can go ahead and put a little bit of salt. I think that's perfect. And mix. You want to wait probably a little bit, maybe 5 minutes, so it gets cooler, because you have to use your hands to mix after. So this here. So mix as much as you can with the spoon. And you're gonna wait a little bit just because it's pretty hot. Also, I already have my cheese here and the eggs, and I have a little bit of oil. I just put in the same container that the oil was before, just because you're gonna see the recipe, it gets really, really sticky. In order to make a ball and put in a pan sheet to bake, you have to have some oil in your hand. Okay, so it has been 5 minutes. So now I'm gonna put the eggs in. So I will start with only 2 eggs. So I'm gonna crack one here, throw this away, put it here, and then I'm gonna crack another one, put it here, just to make sure it doesn't have anything, or even if the egg is bad. I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna mix it. It's not in the consistency that I want, so probably will need a 3rd egg. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack another one. I'm gonna pour it here, mix a little bit with the spoon, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go with my hands. As you see, very sticky dough. So, and that's what you want. You want it to be really sticky. And make sure you mix everything really well, because we need to mix the eggs all the way through it. It's very sticky. When I say sticky, it's very sticky. But then I'm gonna go ahead and put all the cheese in. And again, very sticky. But you can go ahead and dump everything. I get something a little bit on the sides. I'm gonna put this here for a little bit, and let's mix it. And don't be afraid of how much cheese you put it here. Some people put 300. I want to put 350 grams because at the end it's a Brazilian cheese ball, right? So let's mix everything really well. I like to mix with both hands just because it gets so sticky. I'm always afraid that I'm not gonna mix really well. So when I'm doing with both hands, I know this is gonna be very well mixed. Okay, so now I'm gonna get a little bit of oil. Here is my pan and the mixture. So I'm literally gonna do this. Don't be afraid of being greasy, because if it's not, it is going to stick to your hands. So mix the ball, and here we go. I'm gonna place here. You do not have to prepare the baking sheet. You don't have to put butter or baking sheet or anything. It won't stick to the pan, and you can make the size that you want. I'm making a little bit smaller than a how do you say, tennis ball, and I'm just gonna place it like that. So I'm gonna finish making those little balls, and I'm gonna preheat the oven at 350 degrees, and it's gonna bake for 35 to 40 minutes. And then when it's done, I come back to show you guys. So here we go. 15 little balls I was able to make. I say little, they're not that little, they're gonna grow a little bit. But that's it. I'm gonna put it in the oven. As you can hear behind me, really loud. So I preheated at 350 degrees. And when it's done, after 35-40 minutes, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so here we have the final result. It grew a little bit, but more to the sides. This baking sheet is just a pizza baking sheet. I thought it would be better, but many times we use just those standard 9x13 sheet that you bake. Usually people will bake on those 9 by 13 cake sheets. So here we go. Everything does come off easily because you did use the oil around your hand to make the balls. Some didn't grow as much, which is okay. If you go to Brazil, you're gonna see that a lot of pão de queijos, different places you go, it might be way bigger, it might be rounder. It should be more like a little ball, but even that, I'm sure this is delicious. I'm sure this is delicious, so I'm gonna open for you guys to see. And here we go. You can see the very soft, but you can, I don't know if you could hear the little when you open. Ah, it smells so good. And let's try it. It tastes so good. I'm gonna give it to my husband to see what he likes later. That will be off video, and for sure give it to my son. I don't show my son on social media, but of course you're gonna hear him many times like you did right now, and he is one of the biggest fans of pão de queijo. Really, really delicious. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you end up making the recipe, please tag me and leave in the comments what you think. I love pão de queijo. Again, some people use the sweet starch. I decided to use the sour one, which is so tasty. But let me know what you think. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!